What's up, guys? Welcome back to our video. And today we gotta talk about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, as it is like the next Guardians film coming out in May of 2023. And with the director James Gunn himself coming out and giving us an update about Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, as he said about his film that it will be the last Guardians film in this third movie. And with this is also the last film that we'll ever see the Guardians together in this movie. And with this, James Gunn actually spoke to a deadline as of why this film will be the last Guardians film, and the last time we'll see the Guardians together in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. So in this video, I'm going to go going over exactly what James Gunn said to the deadline as of why this film will be the last film that we'll ever see the Guardians together in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and talk about what the future means for the Guardians and for the future of the MCU, especially for Adam Warlock, who's being introduced into the MCU as well. So let's get into it. And with James Gunn himself talking to Deadline in the interview, he said that this is the end for us. The last time people will see this team of Guardians. And also what James Gunn means about saying this is that is this will be the last time, and this is the end that we'll ever see the Guardians in this movie, because we don't need these characters for a long time. Ever since the very first Guardians of the Galaxy film, we were introduced to these characters, and we've seen them all throughout the MCU. Also, how we have the Avengers in Infinity War and Endgame. And the last time that we saw these characters was from Avengers Endgame, and the next movie that they'll be in is in Thor: Love and Thunder, also helping out Thor, which we saw at the end of Endgame. And now with this being the last film, I'm like I said, I decided that this will be the last film and the last time that we'll ever see the Guardians of the Galaxy team up together. And also we're also being introduced by Adam Warlock, who's going to be played by Will Poulter. And with this film, with this, there might be some major deaths happening in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and we don't know what deaths that will be in, and that will be on these characters, but we'll have to wait and see on that. And next, James Gunn said, it's so big, it's so big and dark and different from what people might be expecting it to be. And then he went on and said, I just want to be true to the characters, the story, and give people the wrap up what they deserve for the story. And then he continued by saying, it's always a little bit scary, I'm doing my best. And so what he means by that in his statement is that with this movie being so dark and so big, and with this being the last Guardians film, and we don't know what's gonna happen to the Guardians and the future, especially for Peter Quill, Drax, Rocket, and Groot, and Mantis and Gamora, and Nebula as well. We don't know what's gonna happen to these characters after the third Guardians of the Galaxy film. And we're also, as I mentioned that before, we're also getting introduced to Adam Warlock, and plus we don't know if he's gonna be the villain in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. If we'll ever see him killing one of the Guardians, especially with this movie being so big, with everything being involved in that, and also with this being the last of the third film being so dark, we could see some massive deaths happening, but we're not sure. But it will be one of the Guardians. And plus, especially for Peter Quill as well, because the last time we saw him was from the first two Guardians films, and also from Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. And plus with Peter Quill, he's lost so many people. And plus and with the Guardians of the Galaxy 1, we met his maker Yondu, which we saw again in the What If series. And with Guardians of the Galaxy 2, we saw Peter met his foster father Ego, and now I don't want a Peter Quill to die in the next Guardians movie, but we'll have to wait and see on that, even if he dies or not. But with these characters that might die in this movie, I hope it's not like a Groot or like a Rocket as well. But we'll have to wait and see on that until the movie comes out. Plus, with this movie, being so dark, with Adam Warlock, we're not sure if he's gonna be the villain or not. And yeah, especially for James Gunn coming out and saying that this film will be the last Guardians film, the last Guardians of the Galaxy film, the last time that we'll ever see the Guardians together in this movie. And plus with him like seeing that like he's been into a lot, especially in 2019 when he was fired and rehired by Marvel Studios, and also with him on the DC side directing stuff, especially for like the Suicide Squad, and now recently in the new DC show, Peacemaker, which I really enjoyed, and now with him like saying that like this movie could be so big and dark, and with this being like the last film. I mean, because like I can't really see like what the future holds, especially like what's gonna happen to today's characters. Like even one of them dies in the last movie or not, but we could definitely be expecting something like very big going down in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, especially for Adam Warlock as well. But we have no idea if he's gonna be the villain or not, like or killing one of the Guardians. But we all know that if Thor is gonna be in the next Guardians film as well, team up, or as I say, as Guardians of the Galaxy. And it's like we know these characters for like a long time in the MCU, and I hope that like one of them as a die, but we'll have to wait and see on that. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, as it is going to be like the last Guardians film and the last time that we'll ever see the Guardians of the Galaxy. So that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, and are you looking forward to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, especially with this being like the last Guardians film and last time that we'll ever see the Guardians of the Galaxy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So to get this video like and subscribe and turn on notification bell for future videos, and you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter for live updates. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.